86. 86 is the magic number. Now, what do I mean by that? 86 times 100 equals 8,600 times 12. And what do you have? A little bit over 100,000. That's $100,000 in this case. $8,600 a month gives you a little bit over $100,000. Now, why do I use that number as a point, as a goal for most people? The reason is that's a major milestone. A major milestone is making six figures a year. Now, the important part is psychologically about this particular number, 86. You see, what you're doing, and let's just break this down. What I'm assuming is that you have a product that's worth, let's just say, $100 roughly every single month. Now, that's the key. Really, that's the key to success, is having something that you can market with residual income behind it. And the next step is that you want to be able to charge people monthly for that. Now, again, 86. So how many people do you need? 86. Now, do I mean 86 all at once? No. 86 over the course of the next 12 months is going to give you or get you to that $100,000 a year point. The reason why 86 is so easy to understand is that in most people's homes, apartments, if you had 86 people, you could probably squeeze them in. Yeah, maybe it's like this, but you could squeeze them into a standard apartment or home or a front yard or a backyard. You could visibly see 86 people. If I told you you need 1,000 people, most people can't even imagine what 1,000 people looks like. Now, this is important because 86 people is a simple number that people can understand. Now, the other part to this, of course, is not just a number. It's not just getting 86 sales. It's having a product that people will want to pay monthly for. Now, the biggest mistake that I see every single day is people having a membership site that solves a specific problem. And once you've fixed your problem, you don't need the membership site anymore. I had a person come up to me one time and they say, hey, I've got this great idea for a membership site. It's how to fix your computer. Okay, great. I said, what happens after they fix their computer? Well, they don't really need it anymore, do they? You see what I mean? So if you're in a scenario like that, it doesn't really make sense. But on the other hand, if you have a topic that's constantly evolving, so for example, online business, AI, relationships, all these things evolved, all these things changed, the stock market, real estate, all these things evolve over time. And you have to keep up to date on the latest techniques and the latest strategies, right? So it's important to pick your topic correctly, but also what I'm using is a number. I said $100. Now, typically I'm going to use $97. That's just the number that I always use. And it's less than 100. You could do 99, 98, whatever it may be, but I choose 97. And $97 a month, less than $100, is an impulse buy item. It's not something that people have to reach for. It's not something that they have to think about too much. But at the same time, it's enough where if you get just simply 86 people, you're making 100 grand a year. Sounds good, doesn't it? But how do you do that? Well, it's just simple. You see, I can tell you just about exactly how many people you need. Now, this is where the magic comes in. Let me see if I have a pen. So I've got a pen here, right? So let's just say, forget 86. Let's say we need 100 people, okay? Let's say I need 100 people to join my program. 100 times 100, that's $10,000 a month, right? So I have 100 people. Now, what do I need? Well, it depends how I'm selling it. See, this is the key part. It depends how I'm going to sell it. Now, all selling methods are not the same. A sales letter might convert on an average of 3 to 5%, but a webinar might convert anywhere between 10% to as much as, let's say, 50%, depending on how good you are, depending on what the offer is, and things like that. So let's use a webinar because that's your best chance. Obviously, numbers are the key. So in order to get 100 sales, that means, let's just say that you have a 10% closing ratio. So I need 1,000 people to ultimately watch my webinar. That means I need 3,000 people to actually register for my webinar, because basically 1 out of every 3 people that sign up for your webinar are actually going to watch it, which also means that I need 9,000 people to actually come to my website. Now, again, here's the numbers I'm assuming. 9,000 people come to my website, 30% opt in, 30% show up, that's 1,000, and we close 10%, which ultimately gives us 100. Now, when I rattle off numbers like this, first of all, people say, oh, it sounds so easy. It's because the numbers don't lie. The problem is that people are thinking about this already. Many of you right now are thinking about this absolutely wrong. You're thinking that you need to spend, let's just say if it was $1 a visitor, you need to spend, let's say $9,000 in order to do this. Well, it would be worth it, first of all, but no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is over the course of the next 12 months or whatever time frame that you want, you need to get 9,000 visitors to your website. You need to have 30% of them actually register or opt in for your webinar. And then you need 1,000 people ultimately to sell it. Now, it doesn't have to be at once. You could have, again, 100 people watch it today. You could have 10 people watch it tomorrow. You could have 1,000 people at a time if you wanted to. It costs a bit, but at the same time, you could. But you don't need to have this all at the same time. And that's where people make a mistake. They think when they hear numbers like this that it all has to be done at once. No, don't strain yourself, right? And the key is that with this, is that it doesn't need to be done at once. So again, you can start off by getting 1 sale here, a couple sales there, 10 sales here, whatever it may be. And again, the total is going to equal up to, again, $100. I mean, 100 sales ultimately, okay? So now, here's the thing. Is that when we're talking about this and when you're doing this, there's something that no one ever factors in. And it's the fact that the more you do it, the better you're going to get, which means at first your closing ratio might suck, but I think anyone can just about get a 10% close. If you have the right people, if you advertise to the right people and you get those people on, I think anyone can close at 10%. Now, if that's our base, what can we do above that? I know at $97, if I'm only asking someone for $97, I'm going to have a super high closing ratio. I might have 30, 40, 50%. Why? Because I've been doing webinars for decades. And that's not a high price because typically I'm selling $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 items on a webinar. So think about that, okay? So we're only asking for $97. Now, let me tell you the secret of selling this. You ready? Listen up, because this is where it pays to watch this far in this video. The way that you make money with this, the way that you sell this higher and better than ever before is this. You don't sell it for $97. What you do is you sell it for, let's say, $970. Basically $1,000. You say it's $970 for the next 12 months and you get everything that's included and you're going to meet with me every single month. I'm going to give you all this training every single month and everything else. Sounds great, doesn't it? But let's stop right there. I said, this is how you sell it. So that's not the price. And now people will buy at that $970. Basically, it means if you sign up today, I'm going to give you 2 months free. Okay, so then after we've gotten over the sticker shock and people are thinking 970, 970, 970, and then we come up with a phrase very simple like this. I'll tell you what, I want to make this the easiest decision that you ever make. And here's all you have to do. To get involved with us today, instead of paying $970, it's just $97. And we're going to break it up into simply $97 a month and you can quit at any time. And all you have to do is just click the button. Let's get started today. Simple. Now, again, this particular close is probably the most powerful close, but I'm going to tell you right now, very few people actually pitch it like that because most people pitch a high price product, right? They're not pitching a membership site. They're not pitching recurring income. They're typically pitching, again, $1,000, $2,000, $500, whatever it may be. But they're not pitching a membership. With a membership, we have a unique opportunity. And the opportunity is to pitch the year in advance, then drop it down to the monthly. And the people that you don't get at the year in advance, again, some people will automatically just take the year in advance because they see the value of getting 2 months for free. And when you drop down to the monthly at 97, you get everybody else. Now, your closing ratio should go through the roof if you do it the right way. but people feel like, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't afford it. It's not for me, but I really want it, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it because I don't have the money. So then when you remove the barrier, again, write that down, remove the barrier. When you remove the barrier and bring it down to just $97, it makes it easy and easily available to everybody, and it puts it in their price range. So what's the magic number? 86. If we just put 86 people in at that, what do we got? $100,000 a year income. Do that more and increase your income. But again, when we're looking at this, the numbers are the key. If you know what the numbers are, and I'm going to tell you, 30% opt-in rate, a 30% show-up rate, and a 10% close, pretty average. Many people will get much better than that. Yeah, sure, people will get less than that, but many people will simply just average out to that. I think that almost every webinar I've ever done, it basically equals out to these exact numbers, no matter what. And again, my closing ratio might be a little higher in the back end, but again, the more you do something, the better you're going to get. So what do you need to do right now to make 100 grand? Get to work and put everything together and start marketing it and drive the traffic, do your webinars, and have a great day. You see what I mean? Life is easy if you understand how to make it easy. So follow this system. It's so simplistic. It's so easy, and anyone can actually do it. So go ahead. That's my tip for today. My name is Armin Morin. Go ahead, like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.